I get emotional, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. How are race relations in the neighborhood, in the community?
In the community, we had that, when we had those horrific murders on Hamilton, they kind of strained the Hispanics, I personally reach out to the Hispanics I try to. They're very leery and very standoffish. But I try to show them we're not all like that. Some of us are. It's just like anything else. You have to lead by example, forge that personal relationship, and then they understand. I think the whites and the blacks are not as bad because we're all in this stinking pot. But I think it's kind of well, I will say this. This is another example. I lived in Winter Park. I lived at 18th and Commerce, right across from Space Park Library. And I don't know how long you lived here, but if you know the church across the street, Nellie Gold was having the soup kitchen. And Windsor Park.
That happened before we moved here, but I've heard all about the
Windsor Park was on fire. Okay, they were hot as, and I lived right there. And I lived in that double right there. My church let me live there. I had no heat, water, and I had lights. But I didn't have nothing to cook on every day. That's why I love my church. They bought me food, put it by the door, and ice chests and whatever. Space heater. So I would visit the church across the street for lunch, for food. Those neighbors were, I had never seen nothing like that. I just thought, oh my God, we're not even talking about, they did a big thing about the Duval Work Center with the convicts. We're talking about families with food that need a hot meal. But anyway, I don't know why me. Channel 13 or somebody came out, and I was outside, and they asked me, oh, you live in Winter Park, what do you think? And I told them, I don't understand all this controversy over helping. They don't want the soup kitchen in their neighborhood because that'll bring vagrants, and that'll bring the homeless, and that'll bring... And I told them, we're here. I live here. I don't have any income. I don't have any gas. I'm cold. I can't even take a hot shower. I have a hot plate and an ice chest. We're here, okay? We're not all bad. You just need to have an open mind. But
Did you see that primarily or fundamentally as a race issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you probably weren't alone.
I'm being real. Yeah. I'm being real. Because it was a black church.
Okay.
Nellie Gold came from Bay Spring on 16th and Central, and they just didn't want the crowds walking through their neighborhood. I was just like amazed, like, oh my God, it's.
And you, how long were you living there?
I lived there for maybe 6 months. So
there were probably people that you knew, maybe some neighbors that were against the idea?
I lived in a double right across. On the other side of the double was a lady that quote unquote went to my church.